It'll ask for your consent. And then we'll go ahead and start our practice. I'm going to move back into my seat. I left the door behind me open because today is summer solstice. So it's the longest day of the year. And in many, many ancient traditions, today is a day of calling in, right? It's a day of energy because it's the longest day of light. It is the longest day that we can call in, manifest. I think some folks enjoy that term. Hold space for those parts of ourselves that we would like to see grow and cultivate and flourish. So if you have some extra time today and you would like to celebrate the summer solstice, one of the easiest and most simple ways to do that is take some time, grab a journal or a piece of paper and a pen, and write the things down that you would like to bring into your life. And we're not necessarily talking about material goods, although maybe you're in need of that. But we're also talking about things like confidence, like joy, like ease, like a release of suffering, however you would like your life to look, if it's different than it is now. Taking time to write that out, to imagine it, to hold space for the fact that you absolutely deserve a life that brings you joy and peace and pleasure. So with that said, we'll go ahead and start today's practice. And it's all about the solar plexus chakra. And from wherever you are in your seat, we'll find our solar plexus chakra by taking one of our hands and placing it just above the belly button and just below the rib cage. So this space here is our solar plexus, or is the space of our solar plexus chakra. And I'm going to invite you from this place to allow your gaze to diffuse and grow fuzzy, or let your eyes close. And allow your mind's awareness to travel down into the space of your body behind your hand. Notice the area of your solar plexus. And you might just see, is there any sensation present currently in this area? Oftentimes, when we lead stressful lives, when our nervous systems remain in dysregulation, you'll find this solar plexus area is tight or achy. Maybe you feel nothing at all but the palm of your hand on your belly. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every answer is worthy and equally valid. But from the place of this solar plexus, we're going to begin to send our breath there. And what I mean is, take a deep breath into your body and specifically feel the area of your solar plexus expand. And then when you're ready, let that breath go. We'll take another deep breath in, down into the belly. And as the belly stretches, the solar plexus stretches. We feel the heart and lungs. And exhale. Let's continue these deep belly breaths, really focusing on how the body stretches and expands as we fill it with air. And then exhale, let the body soften and melt. What sensations arise in our solar plexus as we breathe deep into the body? You might check in with the jaw and the tongue, just releasing and relaxing as you breathe deep into the body, filling that solar plexus. Beautiful. On an exhale, you might remove your hand from the solar plexus. And then from here, eyes closed or eyes open, we're going to imagine our energy in our body is split. Now, from the solar plexus down, we imagine the energy in our body pressing down into the earth. And so you might shimmy forward in your chair until your sits bones are just on the edge of it. Your sits bones are those bony protrusions underneath each cheek. And then feel the pads of your feet firmly planted in the earth beneath you. Once more, we'll check in with the body. From the solar plexus down, we feel our body pressing down into the earth. Can you press down through the feet just a little bit to really increase that sensory feedback? And then notice as you press this energy down, right? As you press gently to the pads of the feet, how easy it is to rise to the top of the head. So from the solar plexus up, the body rises. From the solar plexus down, the body roots into the earth. And we might honor this energy with our breath. On an inhale, rise up through the head as we gently press down through the feet. As you exhale, the shoulders melt from the ears. Inhale, find that equal and opposite gentle pressure. Exhale, melt the shoulders. Let's take 2 more breaths like this. Inhaling, feeling the pressure. Rising through the head, gently pressing through the feet. Exhale, let it go. One last time on your own. The area of our solar plexus will take so much of our attention today. Not only will we be moving and breathing into this area of the body, but we'll also be twisting from it. And what I mean is this. So to twist from the solar plexus, take your left arm out by your side, palm forward. Now we're going to keep our arm in alignment with our body here. You'll notice you can swing your hand forward or back. We're going to keep it still. And then you might place a hand on your solar plexus, or if you already can feel that area in your mind's eye, maybe you just leave a hand on your thigh as an anchor. But we're going to turn towards the left. And this arm, our left arm, is going to sweep back behind us, but it remains in alignment with the shoulder. We're twisting here from the solar plexus. So the heart moves towards the left. The hips and the feet stay rooted and grounded in the chair. That left arm still just extending straight out from that left shoulder. And you notice as you twist that you're feeling it in the core of the body. Now, from this twist, take that left arm and swing it back behind you as far as it goes. Notice that while it might look like you're deeper in this twist, it's really just your shoulder blade that you've retracted back into your back to swing your arm. It's not that the body is twisting any further. So for all of our twists today, you might release that. We're really going to focus on the area of our solar plexus and bring the twisting, this equal and opposite, right? This twisting to this area of our body. All right, let's start our flow, y'all. We're 8 minutes into this and ready. On an inhale, we're going to lift our chin skyward until we feel all of this tension along the front of the throat. You might even feel the heart naturally lift here. Continue pressing your chin skyward. We're opening up the front line of the body. The front line of the body closes when we experience anxiety and depression. This closing of the front line of the body is repetitive, right? We do it habitually time and time again with these deep, heavy emotions. And so this morning we stretch open the front line of our body, and it's as simple as pressing that chin actively skyward. On an exhale, lower the face down. We're going to bring the belly now and the solar plexus into the opening of the front line of the body. So on an inhale, once more, we press that chin skyward. This time, we're going to let the belly and the heart fall forward. Now, you might heel till your feet out a little bit if you want to make a little more room for the belly. But sit forward in the chair, let the belly and the heart fall forward, and then readjust that chin one more time, pressing it up towards the ceiling. Breathe deep into the area of your solar plexus here. Feel it stretch and expand. You might even find that equal and opposite energy from the solar plexus up. That energy rises from the solar plexus down. It firmly grounds into the earth. Take another deep breath into the belly when you're ready. As you exhale, slowly tuck the belly in. We're going to drop the head down low, but we're taking it nice and slow. We don't want to rush this. So gaze comes forward towards the ground. Top of the head hangs heavy towards the earth. We're relaxing through the back of the neck. I'll change my trajectory here so you can see. We're just relaxing and lengthening through the back of the neck here, bringing some softness to the vertebra of our cervical spine. And then from here, we're going to lengthen through the low back now as well by pressing through the pads of our feet and then curling the tailbone up towards your belly button. You might feel the low back lengthen. So pressing through the pads of the feet helps us curl the tailbone up, tilt the pelvis. And then once more, let that head hang low and loose. Opening up the back body. On an inhale, rise up, press through the chin, belly and the heart shift forward to seated cow, Biddalasana. We just invite this opening to the front body, feeling this stretch deep in the solar plexus, rising through the chin, hanging out here. I could teach a full class on this cow posture, opening up the whole front line of the body. My goodness, we all need it. On an exhale, lower the gaze, tuck the tailbone in, lengthen the low back by pressing through the feet. We take these transitions nice and slow because we want to feel how the body shifts. Feel where the stretch and the sensation arises and flows to. You might notice this lengthening in the low back. You might notice as you continue to press down through the pads of the feet, how sensation builds in the legs. You might notice if you can let your neck hang any more loosely by relaxing through the cervical vertebra, the vertebra all along the back of the neck. On an inhale, rise up to cow, belly and the heart shift forward, chin rises. Exhale, lower. Let's do a few rounds at the pace of our breath. Now that we know these deep sensations in our body, inhaling for the opening, exhaling, we surrender, curling the spine back and forth. Let's do 2 more rounds of breath. And then on an inhale of your choice, rise back to neutral. So we've opened our spine up through flexion and extension. And we're going to do some lateral work to open up the side body. On an inhale, sweep those arms out and up. Press through those fingertips. Gaze follows the hands. Exhale, palms towards the heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, palms towards the heart center. Again, we sweep the arms out and up on an inhale, this time interlacing the fingers at the top, and then extending the pointer fingers long in what we call temple mudra. So your hands make like this little temple that you might have done as a child. And then this mudra with our hands is beautiful for bringing length into the body. So on an inhale, press through those pointer fingers. Let the energy rise through the top of the head as you ground through the pelvis and the sits bones. Feel all the length you're bringing. You might really notice that splitting point of energy in your solar plexus. And then on an exhale of your choice, you're going to lean towards the right, only as far as you can go, keeping both your hips secured on your chair. We'll hold this for a moment, breathing into the belly. And then on an inhale, rise up. Exhale, shift to the other side. Hold where feels right in your body, where you feel strong, planted down into the chair, pressing through those pointer fingers. And then on an inhale of your choice, rise up. This time you're going to exhale, drop only the right arm down. On an inhale, you're going to press up through the fingertips of that left hand. As you exhale, you're going to lean over towards the right. Let that right arm drop. Now, if there's a couch by your side, you might just extend the right arm in front of you, palm up instead. So we're opening through the side body here, and you're feeling all along the left side of the body, this length that you're creating as you're still pressing out through those fingertips. On an inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower that right arm. Inhale, the left arm rises, finding length. Exhale, we lean, finding all this stretch along the right side of the body. Hold it here. And breathe. When we actively press out through the fingertips of that right hand and down through our feet and our seat, we can bring strength to our side body. Now, you might in this posture notice the stretch here on the side body as it corresponds with the solar plexus right here all around. On an inhale, rise up, exhale, lower. Let's find a flow with the breath. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lean and press through the fingertips. Inhale, rise and lower. So we find our fluid motion here, moving with the breath. When we move at the pace of our own breath, it's a beautiful way to calm the mind, to regulate the nervous system. All right, from here, we're going to find Warrior Two. So Warrior Two is a hip opening posture. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to swing it all the way open towards the right until you have about a 90-degree angle between your hips. Now, this is a stopping point for Warrior Two. Because Warrior Two is a hip opener, you might just hang out here. Now, other options to take Warrior Two is this left leg. You might extend it out on the diagonal and plant your foot. The reason that we do this on the diagonal is because your knee has a lot of mobility when you're not placing your body weight through it. And if we slide our knee all the way back towards the side so that this models more of what you might see on the mat, there's no weight in this leg. So the knee collapses down towards the earth. To keep that from happening, slide your foot forward on the diagonal. So here is Warrior Two. On an inhale, we sweep the arms out, gaze over towards those right fingertips. So here we find our warrior. We're going to find an extended warrior or an extended side angle by bending this right forearm, planting it atop our thigh, palm up. And then this left arm sweeps up overhead. Beautiful. And you might notice I'm going to press down through my left foot as I press out through the fingertips of my left hand. Beautiful. On an inhale, rise up. We'll come into peaceful warrior by dropping this left hand down the back of that thigh, lifting the right arm skyward. And now what we're doing is we're focusing on the length and the stretch that we're creating here along the side of the body. On an inhale, breathe into the heart, breathe into the left or the right side of the solar plexus. Feel the stretch and the rise. And then exhale, find your way back down to extended side angle, bending the forearm, sweeping the opposite arm up overhead. We can move with the breath on a flow. Inhale, rise up into peaceful warrior. Exhale, transition to extended side angle. All right, moving with the breath back and forth. And if you're looking for an added challenge for your abdominal muscles, you might, instead of planting the forearm down for extended side angle, lift the arm out. And so now our flow might look like this, back and forth. Find it how feels good in your body. We'll do this for 2 more rounds of breath. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. From our seated position, left leg all the way out towards the left, the toes of our left foot pointed towards the left. You might leave your right leg like this or extend it long on the diagonal and plant the pad of your foot. From here, warrior 2, gaze over the fingertips of that left hand. On an exhale, find your extended side angle, bending the left arm, reaching the right arm up overhead. Beautiful. On an inhale, rise up, peaceful warrior. Pressing up through those fingertips, we rise and stretch to the front body. Sometimes we feel tempted to collapse, but we rise strongly and proudly, lifting up through that solar plexus. On an exhale, find your extended side angle. Let's move through a flow. Inhale, peaceful warrior. And then pick your challenge. Are you planting that arm for warrior, extended side angle, excuse me? Instead of planting that arm, you might just press firmly through that bent leg, right? As we move into extended side angle, when you press firmly through this left leg, through the pad of that left foot, it allows you to hold this posture with more ease in the body. Moving with our breath. 2 more rounds of breath at whatever pace delights you this morning. Beautiful. We'll release back to our warrior 2, and we'll come back into our natural seat. From here, I really, really want to explore some twists in our body because of this solar plexus. So on an inhale, sweep both arms out and up. As you exhale, left hand comes to right knee. Right hand is going to plant on the chair or the back behind you. And then both of these palms become an anchor point from wherever they are. So maybe it's here on your right knee, maybe it's just on your belly or your hip. You're going to use your hands as an anchor point to twist from the solar plexus. So we feel the heart center twist over towards the right as our hips and our feet remain firmly planted. And then once we've experienced the fullness of the twist, right? You notice here in the body is where it splits. And in this twist, you might once more invite the energy from the solar plexus down to press firmly into the earth and the chair. The energy from the solar plexus up rises with each inhale. How does it feel to breathe deeply into the belly here? And I'm talking a lot about our solar plexus today without actually sharing with you the purpose. On an exhale, release from this. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up once more. Exhale, opposite side. Planting your palms as your anchor. And then once you're planted, turning from the heart. This twist down and this deep twist. Wonderful. So this fire element, right? And you might place your hand on your solar plexus once more. It's done a lot of work today so far. But the fire element, our confidence, it comes from this area of the body, this self-knowing, right? And when the energy is blocked, not only can we struggle with our self-confidence, but we can struggle with how we express ourselves in the world. We can struggle with the things that we put out into the world. And so taking time to spend with our mind's eye, really noticing, sensing, breathing into, stretching, feeling the solar plexus is a beautiful way to unlock it. Another beautiful way is spending time outside. And what a beautiful way to spend the summer solstice. So from here, you might remove your hand once more from the solar plexus. We'll find a gentle down regulating flow by bringing some folds into our practice. I'm going to prepare for my fold by heel toeing my feet out as wide as I would like them to accommodate my belly between my thighs. And you might adjust this once you fold wider or narrower, depending on what your body's asking for. When I'm ready, or when you're ready, inhale, sweep your arms out and up. As you exhale, you're going to lower your palms down by your sides and then sink your heart center forward. So we're letting the heart melt. And as the heart melts, you're pressing firmly through the pads of the feet. Right? The heart surrenders and the feet and the legs support that surrender. Now you might bend your arms and plant your palms atop your thighs to assist with this gentle lowering. You might lower your arms all the way down towards the ground. Let them hang loose. But from wherever you are in this fold, we're going to once more invite our head and our neck to relax, hanging down, hanging loose. On an inhale of your choice, press firmly through the pads of your feet. Rise all the way up, sweeping the arms skyward with you. Exhale, palms towards the heart center. Let's do that a little more swiftly. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, lower the arms, surrender the heart. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, palms towards the heart center. Let's continue this little flow here. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, it's the heart that lowers. We make plenty of room for the belly between our thighs. Inhale, press through the feet, curl back up, arms rise. Exhale, palms towards the heart. One last time, inhale. Exhale to surrender. Inhale, rise up, press through the feet, arms follow. Exhale, palms towards the heart. Beautiful. Got about 2 minutes left. I want to take a chair and a twisted chair just to experience this and also to enjoy the heat that arises from it, right? The fire element of the solar plexus chakra. We're here to heat things up. So when you're ready, we're going to, from our seat, lean our heart forward and feel as you lean your heart forward, the weight increases to the pads of your feet. This is natural. Now, from this place, your heart is leaned forward. We're not forward in a fold. We're just leaned forward so that we can feel the pressure in the pads of our feet. And then you're going to press down to the pads of your feet, almost like you're going to lift up from your chair, but without ever leaving it. You can feel the legs engage here. You can feel energy rising, heat rising, sensation increasing through the legs. And all we're doing is just actively pressing down to the pads of our feet. You might, on an inhale, press up through the head. This heart center still leaned forward. I'll show you here a different perspective. So my heart center is leaned forward. I'm pressing through the top of my head as I press down through my feet, feeling sensation rise. Now we'll turn this into a twist just like this. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to place it on your right knee or your right thigh,
And then using that as an anchor, right arm comes open towards the right. We're going to lock our shoulder with our arm, right? We're not going to swing the arm. The arm will twist with the heart. And then when you're ready, twist from the heart alone. Using your left hand as an anchor on the belly, on the thigh. We're twisting in this chair, pressing to the pads of the feet. And then release the twist, come back into your natural chair, and let's switch sides. We're really feeling the heat here. Right hand to left thigh, left arm extended out towards the left. And then when you're ready, we're twisting open towards the left. That left arm remains in alignment with the torso, with the shoulder. Breathe into the belly. Exhale, release back to neutral. Rise up by pressing through the pads of feet. Wonderful, wonderful. From here, we'll take our short final Shavasana by just scooting all the way back in our chair. So your spine is supported by something. Maybe you can lean back into that support and then feel the arms and the legs soften whenever you're ready. The shoulders melt from the ears. Maybe you can rest your head back on something. Maybe you enjoy the sensation of it leaning gently forward. From wherever you are, once more, allowing the gaze to go fuzzy or the eyes to close, we invite our mind's awareness back into this place of our solar plexus chakra. To simply notice any sensation in this space of our body. You might send a breath or two deep into the belly just to feel it stretch. Then check in with your physical form. We'll be here for such a short amount of time, and yet tension will sneak up. Habitual tension will habitually sneak up. And so we check in with the legs and the thighs. Can we soften and relax them? What about the belly and the hips, the heart and the shoulders, the arms and the hands? We let the neck soften along with the jaw and the tongue. Even unfurrowing and relaxing that space between our eyebrows. And we melt here in stillness for just a moment. Allowing your mind's eye to notice any sensation that is naturally present in the body. Maybe you're still feeling some sensation in our body from your practice. Maybe you're noticing how the inhales and the exhales stretch and expand and soften and release the body, even in our stillness. And then when you're ready, begin to reawaken your body. You might rub your palms against your thighs. You might curl and stretch the toes on your feet. And then invite that movement further up into the arms and the legs, into the torso. Maybe you take a yawn and a stretch. In whatever ways feel good in your personal form. Exploring the sensation that arises as you stretch and move and reawaken. And then when you're ready, you might end your practice by taking palms to the heart center. You might even take a gentle bow in your head. We spent so much time today caring for, making friends with, even just noticing in the first place our solar plexus. Our body, every part deserving of our love and attention. Having released this space of our confidence, of our self-expression, knowing that we can do that anytime, simply by placing a hand upon the solar plexus and sending your breath there. Maybe taking a gentle twist, but knowing that wherever we are, that this centering and release are available. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light and the dark in me see the light and the dark in you. And we are all doing the best with the tools that we have, and we are the same. Thank you for spending